When and why did you decide to go with Austin?
Really we did early in the week. I don't know that it was a comprehensive total evaluation of A to Z as much as it was just kind of a gut feeling. Particularly the stretch we're in now. I put San Jose State in that category with Utah State, Boise State, Colorado State, and Air Force. We're playing some talented teams. And I just think a little bit of the ability to get the ball out a little bit faster. But again, it was more of just a gut feeling of what we needed to do to come up here and win this football game. It was made early in the week, yeah.
How would you assess his performance?
Pretty good, kind of hit and miss, a little bit like we are as a team. I thought he showed flashes of throwing the football really well. Reese made some good catches. He did some good things. He ran the option pretty well, distributed the football pretty well. Again, I think we had 50 plays in this game. 50 plays to 70-some plays. It's hard. We didn't have as many opportunities offensively. And then again, we're really not right now because of our overall power, strength, size, able to just take the ball and drive the ball like maybe we did in the past a little bit. So we're caught in that thing of not really being able to keep the ball away from teams. And then we got a hard time tackling, particularly with the ball in the open field on defense. And I thought tonight was a result, again, of us being hit and miss. We did some really good things on offense. We did some really good things on defense. But truthfully, they made a lot more plays than we made. You look at, the running back had the first big run, but then he made us miss several times. The quarterback made us miss in the open field where we just couldn't get him down. Had some opportunities, couldn't get him down. They ran a couple slant routes on us where we couldn't quite get him covered. Again, we are who we are. We have to continue to build. There were some positives, but we got overwhelmed a little bit at times by a team, to me, that was a little bit bigger, a little bit stronger, and maybe a little bit overall better than us. But we had our opportunities. We just couldn't sustain much on offense or defense.
You've talked about nobody stops anybody anymore. That's why turnovers are important, and they just took good care of the ball.
Well, it hurt. The one with Matt Corrals really hurt. I'm not sure if that would have been a first down for us, but it would have been close.
Probably would have gone for it.
Probably would have gone for it. It would have been fourth and inside something. So there was the one turnover. They didn't turn it over. They took some shots. There were some hits out there. There were some opportunities, but give them credit. They just as you said, they were able to keep the ball enough where they had probably 25 more plays than us. And that's why they won. If we had probably had the ball as many opportunities as they had the ball, it would have been a pretty even game. But again, that's kind of us right now. That's kind of us. We're hit and miss. We're not quite good enough to make the tackle in the open field. We're not quite good enough to make the play, and they were. They were.
Why did you wait until there was less than a minute left to call timeout?
Probably should have. Probably should have. I should have called some timeouts earlier there. We had the 3 timeouts. In hindsight, I would have called the timeouts earlier. No question. No, that was a mistake by me. We knew that, coaches, we were talking about it. It was kind of a beaten down kind of thing right there, and I probably should have. That's a mistake on me not to call those timeouts.
When did you find out you were starting?
Friday morning. Yeah, Friday morning before our walkthroughs and stuff.
Just the good and the bad. You did some good things, other things didn't work out. How would you assess it?
Yeah, like you said, we did some good things, did some bad things. I take the blame on offense for not finishing drives. That starts with me and ends with me, so I take the blame for that. We didn't have the ball much, but when we did, we didn't do a good enough job of sustaining drives, and I'll take the blame for that.
You already talked about it. 2 of 8 on third down, just as you say.
Yeah.
It's not being able to.
Yeah, like I said, we did some good things early on in drives, and it seemed like we just could never pull through to finish the drives, and that's what hurt us tonight. They made some big plays, and we just didn't make as many big plays.
I'll talk to Coach about this in a minute, but I mean, it's still the Lobo offense, and you ran the option quite well at times. You feel good about that?
Yeah, I mean, I feel good about it. I'm comfortable with the offense and what they asked me to do. So, yeah, I mean, all the option stuff I feel great about. I just think we could have done a better job overall. You know, in the option game and the pass game, I think we could have done a better job with just finishing drives, and that starts with me, like I said. So we'll get in and watch tape and try to correct the things.
Again, some good throws and some bad throws. The throw to Mac Quarles, was he just kind of not ready for it? Do you think?
Yeah, it just seems like he probably just didn't get his head around. But you know, if I can do a better job of waiting a little bit longer to hit him, but it just seemed like that was the kind of the story of our night. I mean, I think that might have been a third down too. So yeah, I mean, we were moving the ball up to that point, and we just kind of got unfortunate right there, and we just didn't do it. Like I said, we just didn't do a good enough job of sustaining drives and getting the ball in the end zone.
This one got away. How do you guys regroup?
Just watch film and correct the things that we need to correct. You know, we got a bye week coming up and a good Utah State team, so we're going to come in tomorrow and watch the tape and hopefully get everything corrected.
The press box is a little closer to the field here than I'm used to. It's open air, so I could hear the hits. I know how physical you guys were, but they just kept making first downs. I mean, how frustrating it was.
It was very frustrating, and they didn't do anything that we hadn't seen either. We practiced everything. It's just they made plays. That's what it came down to. They made more plays than we did, and they out-executed us. That's what it came down to.
Coach Davie said that really defenses don't stop anybody anymore. That's why getting turnovers is so important. Didn't get any. They took care of the ball that well.
Yeah, and it's really we need to go after the ball more. I do think that, and you know, it's just they came out and out executed us. They just ran the ball, and they were able to just outplay us. And we need to focus more on trying to go for the ball and try to more gang tackle. But I do think, I mean, we played hard. And that's what we can, keep our head high and go into this bye week and work on our craft, work on our technique.
From what you saw of Potter on film, did you see him as the kind of scrambler he was tonight?
I hadn't seen him like that. I mean, he's got some underrated speed too as he gets out there. That's definitely something that we didn't see, but it comes down to tackling and just taking good angles and people rallying to the ball. Like I said, like gang tackling and just getting to him. But he definitely showed some speed and just got outside of us and was able to get around and got in the end zone on one. But just something we need to focus on angles more and just swarm into the ball.
This is a stock question, I know. I just asked Austin that, but this is one you guys really wanted. Talk about the 2-game season and then go to the bye week. Anything change now?
Nothing changes. I mean, we look on to the next game. The difference is we just have a bye week, so we're able to look a little more extensive, and guys are focusing, getting therapy, getting ready to go back into the rest of the season strong and finish out strong. I mean, we've got 3 or 4 games at home, which is awesome. I mean, any team would love to have that, and it's awesome to have them playing at home because our environment, I mean, it's great and it feels good. So I'm excited about that. I'm excited going into this bye week because guys can focus in, really just perfect their craft, and you know, it gives us a chance to kind of get away from football, relax a little bit, and just kind of refurbish our mind a little bit and be ready to go for the next 4 games.
There's no bad time for a bye week, but there's this one coming, especially a good time, would you say?
I would think so.
Of the way.
I would think so. I mean, bye week's always nice to kind of get your legs back underneath you, and as we go into the last 4 games of the season, I feel like it's a good time for us to kind of refocus in on what we're trying to do, and for guys to just really focus in on therapy and getting started. You know, it's been a long season so far, and guys are playing through some injuries, and so it's a time where we can just focus in on, you know, getting treatment, just getting our legs back underneath us.